Hello, everybody. It's Monday, January 20th. If you had the day off today, you didn't have to work or didn't have to go to school, I hope you enjoyed the day. It was a nice looking day. The sun was shining. Anyway, this is Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. And I'm your host, Rick Arsenal. Before we go any further, please, if you do me a favor, get down around the corner. If you haven't done so yet, smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Uh, well, what can you say about what occurred Saturday night? I don't think any of us saw that coming. We'll get into that in just a second. So, without further ado, let's look at the headlines for today. Where do we start? Let's pardon me. Let's see. Michigan basketball. Michigan and Michigan State both had victories over the weekend. Close games. Michigan beat Northwestern. Michigan State, I think they're ranked number 8 now. I think Michigan is still 21 yet. Anyway, Michigan State ranked 8th. Nip and tuck game with a good Illinois team yesterday. The Spartans ended up winning 80-78. They're now 7-0 in the Big Ten. I think they're 16-2 overall. Like I said, they're ranked number 8 now in the country. Michigan, I think, is 6-1 in the Big Ten. Yeah, I think they're 6-1 in the Big Ten. 14-2 overall. State, I think I mentioned, was 16-2 overall. Michigan has a big game Friday night in West Lafayette, Indiana, against 11th ranked Purdue. State, I believe, will play Saturday afternoon in New Jersey against Rutgers. Pistons had a big win today in Houston. They beat the Rockets 107-96, I believe, to stay above the 500 mark. They're 22-21 now. Good for them. Impressive win. Cade Cunningham kind of took over in the third quarter, albeit he's still turning the ball over a lot. Maybe at the trade deadline that they can make some kind of deal to bring in a point guard. They just don't have a point guard right now. But impressive win today. They beat a very good Houston team. The Rockets are in second place in the West. Red Wings have lost 3 of their last 4. They lost again 4-1 last night in Dallas. They're 21-4. They'll finish off the road trip tomorrow night in Philadelphia. If they can win tomorrow night, they'll come back home with a 2-2 road trip. I'll take that. See if they can beat the Flyers tomorrow night. Boy, my throat. One more thing I wanted to mention, too, before we talk about the Lions. There was a story in the Boston Globe this morning. Apparently, the Celtics are for sale. There said to be 4 or 5 prospective owners. And ready for this? The selling price is expected to be anywhere between 5 and 6 billion. 5 and 6 billion with a B dollars. That's hard to fathom, isn't it? Yeah. What? I didn't have a lot of notes today because I think what I have to say comes from the heart, what I'm thinking. So we'll talk about the Lions. Do a postmortem on them. Oh, Maggie, get in here. I know I was forgetting something. There you go. It's cold. It's cold. It's going to be cold today and even colder tomorrow. I think the high tomorrow is 0. The last I looked, low tomorrow night, 9 or 10 below. It's only 1 or 2 days. By the weekend, we should be back to normal, maybe even above normal. It was a nice looking day, though. Always good to have the sun out. But where am I going with this? Well, you should have done so by now. But if you have any winter issues with your vehicle, if you're having any winter issues, or if you haven't done so yet to get your car winterized, of course, you should have done so by now. But if you haven't, you need to get to the service department at Frank Vick Chevrolet, because now is the time to make an appointment to have your car, make sure your car is ready for the winter weather ahead. It's already here. If you haven't done so by now, shame on you. But get in there if you're having any issues right now, and make an appointment. And let them make sure your car's going to go ready to go for the rest of the winter. You get in there and let them check the strength of your battery, your belts, your hoses, wiper blades, antifreeze, and more. Plus, now it's the perfect time to get that new set of tires so you don't go slipping and sliding down the highway. And if you don't think your car will last or make it through the rest of this Michigan winter we're having, let the sales pros at Beck's help you find a vehicle for all seasons. 2025s are rolling in nearly every day out of the lot, so right now their selection is tops. You check out their inventory on their webpage at frankbeckchevy.com, or better still, stop by the dealership on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville. You get in there and let them help you experience the Frank Beck difference. And you've also got till the end of the month, January 31st, to experience and take advantage of Beckathon. Beckathon, not Buckathon. Frank Beck's is hosting its first ever Beckathon. Now, what's this all about? During the month of January, right up until January 31st, you can get an extra $1,000 dealer cash on all remaining new 2024 models in stock. Pardon me, let me repeat that. If I can get it out here. During the month of January at Frank Beck Chevrolet, you get an extra $1,000 dealer cash on all remaining new 2024 models in stock. And if that's a good deal, you can get an extra $3,000 dealer cash on all select used vehicles in stock. Deals like this don't come along all the time. You got to get in there and take advantage of this. You can get in there and see a salesman, one of the great salesmen in there for all the details on this. And give them a call at 517-849-2886, or like I said, get in there and talk to one of the salesmen. Make sure you take advantage of the first ever Beckathon at Frank Beck Chevrolet on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Chevy drives Southern Michigan. Frank Beck Chevrolet, the top Chevrolet dealer in the tri-state area. Get in there. Beckathon. You got till the end of the month. Okay. Boy, my throat is dry. Boy, this dry weather will zap you it'll really dry you out. That's why I've got to have a humidifier all the time going here. Anyway, we didn't see that coming Saturday night. Where to begin? Well, let's see. Lions had a 7-3 lead. They've got the ball 3rd down and 1 in the red zone. The way Jahmyr Gibbs was running, you would have thought the sensible thing to do would be to just give him the ball, let him make a 1st down. No. Empty backfield, and they're passing. As Dan Campbell explained it, the throw was to go to Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think into the end zone. Brown stumbled out of the gate. So now Goff has to hold the ball for an extra beat or so. Graham Glasgow's man beat him cleanly. He got in, and it was a strip sack. Next thing you know, Washington has the ball. They go down, score a touchdown. So instead of leading 14-3, you're trailing 10-7. I can name various other situations or plays. And one, Jameson Williams throwing a pass out of double reverse. Too many men 12 men on the field when they still had a glimmer of hope left They appeared to have stopped the Commanders on their own 2-yard line. No, the Lions were penalized for having 12 men on the field. And that about did it right there. So they were undefeated on the road, undefeated in the division. But today, their season is over. They came in, was it yesterday? I think they came in yesterday to clean out their lockers. What a feeling that must have been. And I felt sorry for the fans there. They all looked devastated. I'm sure they were. Uh, so at least now we know where the Lions are picking in the draft. They got the 28th pick in the April draft. I did see a couple of mocks that had them taking Jack Sawyer or the edge from Arkansas, Jackson. That's, But the big news, I guess, today is the fact that Ben Johnson is apparently going to be the new head coach of the Chicago Bears. Doesn't surprise me that he's going there because he's got a quarterback to work with in Caleb Williams. I'm a little bit surprised because of the ownership, the McCaskies, and it's been like a ship at sea without an anchor. So I hope it works out for him there. I really do. And again, we'll have to look at him twice a year, though. That's the only problem. I would kind of wish he would not have taken the Bear job. Look, good for him. I wish him all the luck in the world. Who will be the new Lion offensive coordinator? It's my understanding Goff will have input on that. I think they'll hire from within. You're looking at two people there, quarterbacks coach Mark Brunell or running backs coach Scotty Montgomery. I think one of those two will be the new offensive coordinator. Again, I'm sorry to see him go. Aaron Glenn, I think, had another interview today with the Jets. He's either going to the Jets or the Saints. Neither one of them have a quarterback. But I think that Glenn will do a fine job as well. We wish him all the luck in the world. Keep in mind, losing these two coordinators means the Lions will be awarded 2 third-round compensatory picks in the April draft, albeit they come at the end of the round. They are tradable. So if the Lions at 28 want to move up to 24 or 23, they can throw in their own pick, throw in one of those third-round picks. I think they can get it done. There's somebody there they really want. Look, I don't expect the defense next year. Odds are pretty good that they won't have 18 defensive players on injured reserve next year. I think the straw that broke the camel's back the other night, too, by the way, was 2 minutes into the game, Amik Robertson goes down with a broken arm. He had successful surgery yesterday. Look, go back and look at it. You blame Jack Campbell for that. It was friendly fire. Jack Campbell went in and his helmet slammed directly into the arm of Amik Robertson, and he broke it. Obviously, it was unintentional. I think Campbell did play well as best he could, but look, you can't lose pretty much every player from your starting defense, and that's pretty much what happened. As far as Carlton Davis goes, I don't think he'll be back. I hope I'd like nothing more to see that Carl Davis come back, but he's a free agent, and there will somebody out there will offer him a long-term lucrative deal, and good for him. I don't see the Lions doing that, though. And I did not take nothing away from Jaden Daniels. He's a terrific young rookie quarterback. Future looks very bright for him. Young man doesn't look like an NFL quarterback. He's so darn skinny and wiry, but boy, he gets it done. Nothing seems to rattle him at all. He's just a very special quarterback. He will obviously be the offensive rookie of the year, and good for him. If you want to look ahead too, obviously we don't know what the Lions are going to do yet in free agency or the draft. But if you want to look ahead to next year, their schedule is brutal. I mean, if you thought this year's schedule, they won't go undefeated on the road next year. I'll tell you that right now. They're playing 9 road games next year and 8 home games. They alternate that every year. This year they played 8 road games and 9 home games. So the 9 games on the road next year, folks. Listen to this. Besides, of course, their division opponents, uh, Green Bay, Minnesota, and Chicago. The other 6 teams: the Ravens, the Bengals, uh, the Commanders, the Eagles, the Rams, and the Chiefs. Those are the 9 games that they have on the road next year. It's a tough schedule. I have no doubt when the season starts, the Lions will be prohibitive favorites to win their 3rd straight NFC North title. As for Jared Goff, yes, he had a bad night, but the Lions are committed to him. A $200 million long-term deal. He's not going anywhere. Or what to tell you? I think they will win the. I think they will win the North this year, or next year rather. They, like I said, they'll be prohibitive favorites. It's hard to tell right now, folks. Like I say, I have to see what they do in free agency and the draft. It's my understanding DJ Reader might not be back next year. But look, Hutch will be back. McNeil will be back. Derek Barnes will be back. Malcolm Rodriguez will be back. I think Amik Robinson will be back. I certainly hope he is. These guys will all be back next year. They had a wonderful season, broke a lot of records in the process of going 15-2. It's just still, it hasn't, if you're like me, it hasn't sunk in yet. It probably won't for a while. Watching the Rams and the Eagles play yesterday, obviously, I didn't care who won. I did not sleep at all Saturday night. It hasn't sunk in yet, like I said. And it won't for a while. Maybe not until after the Super Bowl. I don't know. But as I said, Ben Johnson is the new head coach of the Chicago Bears. Sorry, Tom Brady. All the recruiting you did went for naught. But that doesn't surprise me. They don't have a quarterback out in Vegas. So, like I said, we wish Ben Johnson all the luck in the world. He's got a great young quarterback to work with. The only bad thing is we'll be rooting against him twice a year now. Dan Campbell will have to look across the field at him now. Felt sorry for Dan Campbell in the press conference after the game Saturday night. The watery-eyed, he took it hard. And that I don't know why they did not call a timeout with 12 men on the field. I don't think anybody's asked him about that yet. That was the straw that broke the camel's back right there. But just a bad night all the way around. We'll have more to say about this as we get by, and we will get by. The most relevant date coming up now, as I said, will be the Combine next month in Indianapolis. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes will be down there, and sometime this week, I expect that Brad Holmes will have his annual season-ending press conference with the media. When he does, we will be talking about that, trying to dissect what he said and what his plans going forward will be. That's going to about do it. Stay warm. It's going to be even colder tomorrow night. I'll be back Wednesday night. I think I've got you caught up on everything. If I sound a little depressed, obviously because I am. It's hard to take. And no, it will be for a while. It's going to be a long off season, but we'll get through it together. So, like I said, until Wednesday night. And don't forget every Saturday morning, Time Out with Andy and Chad here locally from 9 to 10 on WCSR 92.1. So till then, till I talk to you Wednesday night, please remember to treat each other with respect. Have a good rest of your evening. Stay warm. And thanks again, everybody, for watching. So long, everybody.